Hello, the subject is marketing management. The topic is public relations. Public relation, known as PR, is one of the important aspect of promotional tools, and it is one of the important concept to be followed by companies so that they can have better relationship with the customers and their queries can be solved in a better way, and how to reach the consumers is possible only through public relations. Let us see what does public relations mean. Public relations refers to the variety of activities conducted by a company to promote and protect the image of the company, its products and policies in the eyes of the public. Public relations aims to manage public opinion of the organization. Public relations encompasses a broad range of activities. The major areas fully focus on how better the company can be projected and how the company can be built as a brand. Coming to the definition of public relations, public association relations define public relations as the art and social science of analyzing trends, predicting their consequences, counseling organizational leaders, and implementing planned programs of action which will serve both the organization and the public interest. This definition clearly says that the public relations are of a planned program of action which will help and enhance the betterment of organization and the society. The Chartered Institute of Public Relations state public relations as a strategic management function that adds value to an organization by helping it to manage its reputation. All that the organization and the management functions is to add some value, to create some brand, and to build reputation. And if the company already has reputation, this reputation has to be managed through public relations, is what these definitions convey. Let us see what are the objectives of public relations. Public relations have varied objectives, and few are listed here. And these objectives function very well if the company has public relations department. And if the company has public relations department, it functions with these objectives. They are: it facilitates smooth functioning of business and achievement of organizational objectives. Always the company has different objectives and always it has to achieve, and achievement of this objective is tough for the company and it is troublesome and it is overriding sometimes. And if the organization wants to have a smooth functioning of business, it is this public relation which is going to work better for them. Public relation builds corporate image and creates a favorable impression and credibility of a company and its products. Public relation always helps the company to build its brand image, not only of the company but also of the individual products as well. thus helping the company to have a better corporate image in the world, which will have a favorable impression and credibility in the market, thus enhancing the profitability and sales of the company. The next objective of public relation is it helps in launching new products and maintaining interest and confidence in the existing products. If a company has a good image in the market which is well built all because of the public relation actions and activities, in such case the company can introduce or launch new products without any hassle. It becomes easy for the company to launch new products and maintain the already existing interest and confidence in the existing products with benefit. The next objective of public relation is it acts as a supplement to advertising in promoting existing and new products. Thus, it helps businesses and its associates to sell products easily. Public relation is not a separate entity, but it is a supplement to all other promotional tools and activities employed by the organization, be it advertising, be it sales promotion, be it direct selling, be it personal selling, along with public relations. All these other promotional tools work better if public relations is added up as a supplement in the promotional tools and promotional activities of the organization. The next objective of public relation is it lowers the promotional cost as it has to simply maintain staff to develop and circulate information with media or manage events. It is a must for the company, and it is always better to inform all that is good in the company to the audience, that is to the targeted market, that is the consumers, thus making the promotional cost less. Public relations lowers the promotional cost and it has to simply maintain the staff, and the function of these staff members are to develop and circulate information that is well about the company and the products that happen. Hence, these are the objectives of public relations. We'll see what are the features of public relations. The features of public relations are that it has saturation effect, it can be targeted, relatively low cost, relatively uncontrollable, and it has credibility. We'll see one by one in detail. Saturation of effort. Organization competing for a finite amount of media attention puts pressure on the public relations effort to be better than that of competitors. There can be no guarantee that PR activity will have any impact on the targets at whom it is aimed, all because of one thing, that it has the effect of saturation. The second feature of public relation is can be targeted. Public relations can be easily targeted unless other promotional tools. To a small specialized audience, public relations activities can be targeted assuming if the right media vehicle is used. By using the right media, the information that had to be delivered to the prospective consumers can be targeted and delivered. The third feature of public relation is relatively low cost. This tool of promotion is relatively less expensive compared to other forms of promotions. It is much cheaper in terms of cost per person reached than any other type of promotion. Apart from nominal production cost, much PR activity can be carried out at almost no cost, in marked contrast to high cost of buying space or time in the main media. The next feature is relatively uncontrollable. A company has only little direct control over the proceedings of public relations activity. If successful, a press release may be printed in full, although there can be no control over where or when it is printed. A press release can be misinterpreted. A press release can be misinterpreted, and the result may be unfavorable news coverage. This is in contrast to advertising, where an advertiser can exercise considerable control over the content placing and timing of an advertisement. The next feature of public relation is its credibility. PR activity results in a high degree of credibility as compared to other promotional sources like advertising, as the audience may regard such a message as joining from an apparently impartial and non-commercial source. Where information is presented as news, readers or viewers may be less critical of it than if it is presented as an advertisement, which they may presume to be biased, or they may not trust the advertisement as well. Hence, these are the features of public relations. Speaking of the functions of public relations, they offer the following functions, that is, community relations, employee relations, customer relations, financial relations, political and government relations, and crisis communication. We'll see one by one what is all these functions all about. First, community relations. A business should be seen as a responsible citizen of the community it operates in. A comprehensive community relation program should focus on building a respectable image for the company in the community in the long run. Many organizations implement educational and health related programs for improving quality of life of the community members. Such activities help to build their reputation along with benefiting the society. The second function of public relation is employee relations. Employees are the most valuable assets of the company, and the organization had to create employee goodwill for maintaining a loyal workforce. Loyal employees are more productive and interested in the well-being of the company. The third function of public relations is customer relations. The most important component of the external public is the customer. The customer is the reason behind the existence of the organization. Public relations informs the customer about introduction of new products or changes in existing ones. Public relations play a crucial role in attracting the attention of the buyer towards the company's offerings and helps to differentiate the product from those of the competitors. The next function is financial relations. A segment of the company's Public consists of those individuals and institutions the company has financial dealings with. These include the shareholders, creditors, potential investors, banks, financial analysts, etc. These parties have to be informed about the company's finances, plan for expansions, plan to raise share capital, etc. A well-planned financial relations program is necessary to improve the organization image and increase the value of its stock or share. The next function is of political and government relations. The company has to function under the control of government rules and regulations. It has to forge proper relations with various government officials and political parties to ensure smooth functioning of the enterprise. This public relations has to work better. And the last function of public relation, which is prime important, is crisis communication. The role of public relations takes on vital significance during crisis situations like an accident, financial scams, bankruptcy, etc. It is the responsibility of the public relation to give the honest and accurate information to the concerned public and assure them of remedial measures taken to control the crisis. Hence, these are all the functions of public relations. Moving on, let us see what are the types of public relations that are available to employ by the organizations of marketing. Public relations encompasses a broad range of activities. The major areas are discussed below with particular attention given to those used most frequently in brand communication campaigns. First being counseling. Public relations managers in the most successful communication programs serve a very important advisory role to senior management. They make recommendations on policy issues as well as decisions related specifically to communication. The second type of public relation is research. Companies practicing either of the two-way models of public relations make extensive use of research to better understand and influence the public. The third type of public relation is media relations. Press coverage is a critically important public relations output. Public relations specialists use publicity efforts to try to get coverage in the print and broadcast media. They also respond to requests for information or comment from journalists working on stories that concern their company or the company's products and services. Media relations activities might also include arranging press tours of manufacturing facilities, press conferences to announce new product introductions, and coverage of corporations' annual stockholders meeting. The next type of public relation is publicity. Publicity is defined by David Yale as supplying information that is factual, interesting, and newsworthy to media not controlled by you. A critical aspect of marketing, public relations, publicity is described as the process of planning, executing, and evaluating programs that encourage purchase and consumer satisfaction through credible communication of information and impressions that identify companies and their products with the needs, wants, concerns, and interests of consumers. Marketing public relations involves activities related to persuading customers and prospects to buy the firm's products and services. Finally, hence these are the four types of public relations available to the organizations to employ for their benefit and to promote their products better in the market and earn sustenance in the competitive world. thus public relations. Thanks for listening.